Hello and welcome to Fast and Factual. My name is Utsav Parekh and here are the top stories of the day. Lebanon is on high alert as Israel has vowed to give a strong response after a rocket strike in the disputed Golan Heights region. India has issued a travel advisory for its citizens in Lebanon as tensions rise. The US, the UK, Germany and Italy have also asked their nationals to leave the country. At least 11 countries have urged their people to avoid traveling to Lebanon. Meanwhile, Iran has warned Israel against attacking Lebanon. Iran says that Israel would be making a great mistake if it is planning any action. The remarks came from Iran's new president, Masoud Pezeshkian. He said this to French President Emmanuel Macron while on a call with him. The Lebanon-based Hezbollah group is readying itself for any Israeli reprisal following the attack on Golan Heights. Reports say that Hezbollah has started moving its precision-guided missiles and is prepared to use them if war breaks out. The rocket strike in the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights killed 12 children over the weekend. Israel has accused Hezbollah of plotting the attack, which the group denies. Israeli forces launched a drone attack in southern Lebanon. It reportedly killed 2 people. At least 3 others were injured, including a child. This was Israel's first action following the rocket attacks on Golan Heights. The escalating hostility between Israel and Lebanon has also disrupted air travel in Beirut. Hundreds of flights to and from the Lebanese capital have been cancelled or delayed. Air France and the German airline group Lufthansa suspended flights to Beirut. Lufthansa said it would be terminating flight services up to August 5th due to the developments in the region. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the site of the rocket strike in Golan Heights. He was met by angry protesters who asked him to leave and called him a war criminal. Netanyahu laid a wreath at the attack site in the town of Majd al-Shams. He also visited the families of those who lost their lives in the incident. Former US President Donald Trump has agreed to an interview with the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The FBI wants to question Trump over the assassination attempt earlier this month. The FBI says it wants to get Trump's perspective on the shooting. A gunman had opened fire during a rally in the US state of Pennsylvania, injuring Trump and killing an attendee. A knife-wielding attacker killed 2 children and wounded 11 others in Britain's Southport. The incident took place during a dance workshop. Police officials have arrested a 17-year-old suspect for murder and attempted murder. The suspect's motives are still not clear. Venezuelans are protesting after the country's electoral authority declared Nicolas Maduro the winner of the presidential election. The Venezuelan opposition claims that the election was rigged. Protesters took to the streets and they even toppled a statue of Maduro's predecessor, Hugo Chavez. World leaders and observers are calling for a detailed breakdown of the election results. A passenger train collided with a truck at a railway crossing in southern Russia yesterday. At least 100 people have been injured in the accident. The train was traveling to the city of Adler when it collided with the truck at an unguarded crossing. No deaths have been reported so far. Meanwhile, a train derailed in the Indian state of Jharkhand today. The accident has resulted in 2 deaths and 20 people have been injured. The train was traveling from Howrah to Mumbai. Rescue and relief operations are underway. Meanwhile, India's southern state of Kerala has been hit by massive landslides. Heavy rainfall triggered landslides in the hilly areas of Kerala's Wayanad district. At least 63 people have been reported dead and several others are missing. Many are believed to have been swept away by the Chaliyar River. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has announced an ex gratia payment of 100,000 rupees to the families of the deceased. In climate news, China has approved relief funds of about $70 million for the recovery of damage caused by Typhoon Gaimi. The allocated funds will be distributed among 5 provinces. In the Fujian province alone, though, Typhoon Gaimi damaged infrastructure worth $220 million. The tropical storm continues to batter China's southern and northeastern provinces. Meanwhile, floods have severely impacted displacement camps in Sudan's eastern city of Kassala. At least 5 people have lost their lives and over 10,000 people have been affected. Heavy rain caused extensive flooding in Pigeon Forge City in the U.S. state of Tennessee. An amusement park in the city was heavily flooded. In just the span of 1 hour, nearly 12 centimeters of rain fell in the area. The ongoing park wildfire has grown to become the U.S. state of California's 6th largest wildfire ever. Nearly 149,000 hectares of land have been ravaged since the fire began. About 4,800 firefighters are currently battling the raging park wildfire. Another wildfire called the Pioneer Wildfire has expanded to over 33,000 hectares. This is to the northwest of the city of Chelan in the U.S. state of Washington. Firefighters have managed to contain just 14% of the fire so far. About 200 firefighters from South Africa have arrived in Canada. They are there to help battle wildfires in the province of Alberta. A fire in Alberta's Jasper National Park is the largest wildfire in the area in over 100 years. The temperature is expected to rise to as high as 35 degrees Celsius in Paris today. A heat alert has been issued. The soaring temperatures are expected while the Olympic Games are underway. Experts have warned that temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius could affect the athletes participating in the Games. A new study says that forests and other land ecosystems failed to curb climate change in 2023. A drought in the Amazon rainforest and record wildfires in Canada's forests hampered their ability to absorb carbon dioxide. On to business and tech news. American fast food chain McDonald's has reported a decline in sales for the second quarter of this year. In the April to June quarter, McDonald's global sales declined by 1%. This is the first time that the fast food giant has seen its global sales drop in over 3 years. Persistent high prices have been attributed to this decline. Many fast food chains, including McDonald's, have launched low-cost meal offers to cater to inflation-hit customers. A U.S. court blocked a new rule requiring airlines to disclose all fees at the time of booking. The court said that the government overstepped its authority by bringing the regulation. The rule was introduced by the U.S. Transportation Department in April. It was aimed at helping consumers avoid unexpected fees like service charges or baggage fees. Major American airlines had sued the U.S. government to block this rule. Meanwhile, America's Delta Airlines is reportedly planning to seek compensation from Microsoft and CrowdStrike. The airline was among the millions hit by a computer outage earlier this month. Delta Airlines had to cancel over 6,000 flights due to the system disruptions. Reports say that the airline has hired a law firm to help seek compensation. Elon Musk's rocket firm, SpaceX, is reportedly in talks with US and Australian officials. SpaceX wants permission to land and recover its Starship rockets off the coast of Australia. The move is part of testing the firm's 2-stage reusable rocket system. SpaceX plans to launch its rockets from Texas in the US. A part of the rocket will land in the sea off the coast of Australia and be recovered from there. Singapore's state-owned investment firm Temasek plans to invest $30 billion in the US. This investment will be spread over the next 5 years. Temasek says it plans to invest in artificial intelligence-related firms. This includes semiconductors, data centers, and companies that support them. Australian mining group, the BHP Group, has partnered with Canada's London Mining. They plan to jointly take over the Vancouver-based mining firm Filo Group. They have Filocore. They have proposed a $3.25 billion to buy Filocore. Ahead of a Thursday deadline, reports say that the European Union is likely to give an unconditional approval for the merger of the American tech firms Hewlett-Packard and Juniper Networks. The $14 billion deal was announced in January. However, the European Union had launched a probe to examine if Hewlett-Packard violated competition rules in taking over Juniper. The Indian ride-hailing startup Rapido has become a unicorn. The firm's market value rose to over $1 billion after the latest round of funding. Rapido has raised around $120 million in its latest funding round. The funding was led by the Indian tech investment firm Westbridge Capital. Meta is rolling out a new tool in its artificial intelligence studio. It will allow users to create and share their personalized AI characters. The AI characters will be an extension of the users on Instagram. They'll be able to reply to some common direct messages and respond to story replies. Apple used chips designed by Google to train its new artificial intelligence model rather than the chips by NVIDIA. This was revealed in a research paper published by the iPhone maker. The move has come as a surprise, as NVIDIA commands roughly 80% of the advanced chip market. NVIDIA's chips are widely used by big tech firms like Google, Amazon, and even OpenAI. Moving to sports, India have secured a bronze medal in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team event. India was represented by Manu Bhaker and Sarabjot Singh. They edged past South Korea and defeated them 16-10. With the achievement, Bhaker became the first Indian shooter to win 2 Olympic medals and also the first Indian to win 2 medals in the same Olympic year. Indian shooter Arjun Babuta narrowly missed out on a medal at the Paris Olympics. He clinched the 4th spot in the men's 10-meter rifle. The 25-year-old ended with a tally of 208.4. His opponent from Croatia made the medal cutoff with a score of 209.8. Continuing with updates from the Paris Olympics, the men's triathlon event has been postponed. This is due to high pollution levels in the River Seine, which was supposed to be to host the swimming leg of the event. The race was supposed to be held today. It has now been shifted to Wednesday. The River Seine's water quality was degraded due to heavy rainfall just ahead of the Olympics. In the men's tennis singles at the Paris Olympics, 2 of the tennis greats, Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal, locked horns yesterday. Djokovic defeated Nadal in round 2 and secured a straight-set victory. This was their 60th and possibly their final encounter. Serbia's Djokovic secured a 6-1, 6-4 victory over Nadal. Indian shuttlers Chirag Shetty and Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy advanced to the quarterfinals of the badminton men's doubles at the Paris Olympics. Satwik and Chirag will finish inside the top 2 of their Group C. This is because 2 of their opponents were eliminated. Satwik and Chirag are now the first doubles pair from India to qualify for the quarterfinals of the Olympics. Egyptian fencer Nada Hafez reveals that she competed at the Paris Olympics while 7 months pregnant. She won her first match but was knocked out in the last 16. She proudly shared her journey on Instagram, and Hafez said that she felt like she was competing with her unborn baby. This was her 3rd appearance at the Olympics, and she expressed immense pride in her achievements. In football news, French striker Kylian Mbappe has reportedly agreed to buy the 2nd division club Stade Malherbe Caen. The deal is worth over $21 million. The Real Madrid forward will own the majority of the shares of the club. Mbappe, at the age of 25, is all set to become one of Europe's youngest club owners. In cricket, Afghanistan is set to play in New Zealand in a one-off test match in September. The match will be held in the Greater Noida Sports Complex ground in India. This will be the first encounter between the 2 teams in the test format. The Afghanistan versus New Zealand match will be held from September 9th to 13th. India is set to host the Men's Asia Cup 2025 edition. This was announced by the Asian Cricket Council, or the ACC. The tournament will be played in a T20 format. India are the most successful team in the competition, having won it 8 times. The exact dates of the tournament are yet to be decided. In Formula One, Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz is set to race for Williams from the 2025 season. Sainz will join them on a 2-year contract. He has been on the lookout to join a different team after Ferrari announced that they will replace him with Lewis Hamilton. In entertainment news, we start with news about Taylor Swift. Over 50,000 of her fans, or Swifties, gathered at a hilltop in Munich in Germany to enjoy her concert. They were outside the stadium where she was performing. In sweltering heat, fans gathered with their umbrellas and food to catch a glimpse of the pop star. Megan Thee Stallion will perform at Kamala Harris's presidential campaign in Atlanta. Megan Thee Stallion took to her social media to express her full support for Harris. She has joined the club of musicians who have come out in support of Harris's bid to become the Democratic presidential nominee in the upcoming U.S. presidential election. Katy Perry has announced the release date for her upcoming single, Lifetimes. It'll be released on the 9th of August with a music video. She took to social media and posted the update holding a futuristic heart. On the Jimmy Fallon show, singer Nick Jonas spoke about how Indians fondly refer to him using a special nickname. Fans of the Indian actor Priyanka Chopra, who is married to Nick Jonas, referred to the singer as brother-in-law. The singer also said that he likes the tag given by Indians. Meanwhile, Priyanka Chopra is currently in Australia shooting for Bluff. She visited a homestead at Gold Coast where she met a koala named after her. The actor took to social media to express her happiness and utter surprise. Actor and singer Selena Gomez says that she's fed up with people commenting on her changing looks. She shut down the ongoing plastic surgery rumors about her on social media. Gomez revealed that she was on stripes because of a flare-up and asked people to leave her alone. American comedian and actor Tiffany Haddish's Zimbabwe supermarket video has stirred quite a controversy. The video showed her strolling through a supermarket in the capital, Harare, and in disbelief she said how there was a humongous grocery store in Africa. However, Haddish was called out on social media for having a colonized view of Africa. Many users also pointed out America's misguided perceptions of Africa. Actor Josh Hartnett is expected to play the role of a shrewd serial killer in the film Trap. He says it's unlike anything else he's played so far in his career. Hartnett has previously starred in films like Black Hawk Down and Pearl Harbor. Ridley Scott says he did the biggest action sequence in Gladiator 2. He says it is larger than anything he's ever done in his career. The film will release on the 22nd of November. Johnny Depp paid tribute to his former Pirates of the Caribbean co-star who died due to a shark attack. He took to social media and wrote that Tamayo Perry had a huge heart and a zest for life. Perry died in June this year, leaving behind his wife, Emilia Perry.